binding spells are used as the name implies. It is used to bind or hold things. People's usual reason for casting the spell is to bind a person or spirit in order to prevent it from doing harm to someone, you, or itself. People use it for love, to achieve victory in something, or to cause harm to another person. Proper caution must always be taken when binding spirits, because they tend to almost always bind themselves to the caster. You must have a plan ready for it after it is bound. But have no fear, for if you are skilled enough to perform the binding spell successfully, then you will have no trouble handling any bound spirits. Binding spells are one of the oldest types of magic that we humans are familiar with. This type of spell could be found all over the world and was highly embraced in Greece and Rome during classical periods of time. Additional versions appeared throughout history, including Europe's Celts and ancient Egyptians. During most times, other spirits or deities were summoned by the spellcaster to make the spell achieve its best effects. Back in the 4th century, there was this popular method in Egypt wherein the Egyptians had this habit of creating little figurines. Pins were inserted in these little figurines which were meant to bring out love and fidelity. Of course, as always, the attention of spirits and deities had to be gained in order to have the best results. As mentioned earlier, this type of spells are used for the Saka of love, such as used to keep a cheating spouse or unfaithful partner from straying again. So instead of begging endlessly for your partner to stop cheating, why not use binding spells to ensure that your husband or wife will only bind themselves to you? Some men and women also use this spell because of business competition, some for annoying or menacing neighbors, and, of course, for future lovers. A person may also use this spell in order to pair themselves up with a person of a higher class or social status than them. Speaking of social status, women were also seen using the spell to acquire a better social status. Throughout the Greco-Roman times, a man could bind his potential lovers just as a woman of the same race may bind a lover into a relationship. At that time, most men would not use this spell to gain a wife but rather bring a woman to his bed as a lover only, and a woman would most likely use this spell in order to gain a social position in the community and to gain assistance and approval in regards to getting married. Oh, the irony of it all. Due to the selfish nature of some humans, it is important to realize that binding spells cannot guarantee the best results for both man and woman. Love almost always could be a motive, and business is often only second.